Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally...
Right. We need help, Piper.
The instant I've been investigating these creeps for over a...
True enough.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So...
Enough. Doesn't matter what he knew.
You're talking crazy?
Look, if any...
Enough. I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I know it's...
Actually, I think I already...
Cybernetic.
Whether we're right...
I have to go to the memory den either way.
I'll head there on my own.
All right. Don't worry. We're gonna get you aboard.
While you two are out, I'm gonna...
It's my top priority.
Your efforts are appreciated. Have you found someone that can help me become human?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Oh.
Can we see the old state house? Maybe they have the tourist brochure.
Pensé que ya no me querías. Que me odiabas.
No.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten.
Dr. Amari?
Yes?
Wait, I remember you. The memory inducement. Vault 111, right? What's this all about?
We need your help, Doctor.
I know what you're asking.
Are you two setting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse?
Sure. Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth.
Fine.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Ah, qué chistoso.
Hey,
You can thank...
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change?
Hee ha 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 ha.
Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
tell me you have a way past this.
Ey, no robes.
No estoy robando porque ya no es rojo.
For a single mind. But we load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host while you're...
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load in the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Mom knew how it was. I was such a dummy back then. Dad was either drunk... Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why.
I'm trying to sleep!
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did.
There appears to be another
Don't know
intact
why Mom
memory
was with him.
close to you in
Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a...
There. Try that one.
I was the worst thing that ever... The thing about happiness is...
Let's
you
keep
only
looking.
know you had it.
I'll connect you to the
It's
next
gone.
intact memory.
I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You
found
thought
another
you could
memory
just
to
fuck
try.
with us,
I'll connect
and
you.
we wouldn't fuck with you?
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Closer.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that.
Why you give me a capolota?
But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time.
Getting warmer.
You still give me the creeps, but
something.
you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Again. I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try to remain calm.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me.
Whenever you're ready.
But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
Is that your son?
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's.
Good news, I think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It's all over, but the dreaming.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ya sácame, güey. No mames. Pura teletransportación.
It's okay. I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
Oh my god.
Done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
Don't look at me, Doctor.
Let me think. What about that memory?
I like it.
The memory said the Institute tracked him to the glowing sea, but that seems crazy. A madman would think twice about going there.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up.
Hey.
What do you want?
Hey, got a sec?
Have you found someone that can help me become human?
Dr. Amari may be able to help.
Then we must see this doctor. At once. Please.
Hey.
Do you need something from me?
Hey.
You need something, yes?
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
Oh? I'm not a mechanic. What could she possibly want from me?
Greetings, Doctor. I wish to download my data and core programming into a human brain.
You want what? Is she serious?
Curie has a lot of pre-war research data, but she can't continue her work as a robot.
Why not?
There are fundamental limitations in my robotic systems. I have no capacity for the human trait of inspiration.
Ay, por fin.
Never considered anything like you're proposing. It's an interesting problem. The memories wouldn't be hard. We translate those from the brain to computers and back all the time here. It's how the loungers work. Her personality, though. All the extra pieces of robotic, programmed decision-making. A normal organic brain wouldn't know what to do with them. A synth brain, on the other hand, well, it's already somewhere between the two.
So it is possible, then?
Likely, even. We just need a synth. And I may be able to help with that. I've worked on synths before. Giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute. But the procedure isn't always successful. If something goes wrong, it can leave them in a brain-dead state. Living, but with no cognition. I know a caretaker for one of these brain-dead synths. If they're willing, we could try transferring your friend's consciousness into her.
I'd like to try.
We just need her caretaker's consent. Give me a day to get in contact with them. They're understandably cautious, but I think they'll hear me out.
I will stay with the doctor. Assuming
Oui,
all
oui.
goes well, I want to be ready for the procedure.
The caretaker should get back to me soon. She's not one to wait.
Oh,
Estoy esperando.
trucazo.
You're the one that wants to use G519's body?
Hey.
I just don't have the caps to keep her alive anymore. Life support ain't easy or cheap, you know? I was gonna pull the plug on her. What you're proposing sounds a little better. Better than letting her rot.
She'll be giving what's left of her life for someone else.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Since G5 has no one else, for what it's worth, you have my consent.
Thank you. I know this must be difficult.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Curie, let's begin. Curie, terminate all non-essential operations.
Affirmative.
All right. Connection complete. I have access to your friend's memories. G5's already been prepped, so this shouldn't take long. Yes. There.
No.
My chest. What is happening?
Just breathe. It's an autonomic function. Just let your body do what it must.
I feel so strange.
Listen to me.
Hey, Pepe.
Can you hear me? What is your name?
My designation is Contagions, Vulnerability, Robotic, Infirmary Engineer. Oh my god. Oh,
Curie. You had me worried there.
Do not concern yourself. I feel better now.
Good. Very good. Now let's test some cognitive functions. What is 1 plus 2?
3.
If I threw a baseball at your head, what would you do?
Move.
Think of a strong memory. The first that comes to mind. Tell me about it.
Dr. Burrow was very old. He was the last living scientist in my section of Vault 81. He was on his bed, very weak. He said to me, "Curie, you must..." And he died before he finished the sentence. Oh, my insides feel peculiar. What is that?
You might be feeling grief for a friend.
This unit has no friends, but there, my chest is tightening when I think of poor Dr. Burrow.
The operation appears successful, but I think it will take a lot of adjustment for your new friend. She may need your help to make the transition.
Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity. Humanity is resilient. to cling to life despite all of this. It is the duty of us all
Heads
to
up.
further that survival.
Wait there.
I will wait. It is safe here, yes? Remember, to breathe. I keep thinking if I forget to do this, no more Curie. And suddenly, all this excitement we do, there is an element of something new. What if my arm is blown off? It is not so simple to repair this now.
This is what you signed up for.
But I had no idea how different this would be. I will be fine. It is coming to me. Quickly, I hope. Just bear with me. I am sure my research will blossom with this magnificent new hardware.
Heads up.
May I be of assistance? Yes?
Your thoughts?
Oh, my systems are eager to absorb new data. I find this traveling agrees with me.
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
I find these traveling arrangements quite acceptable.
Nothing else I needed.
As you say.
Look alive.
May I be of assistance?
Come on.
At once. Are there any trade publications for the medical profession?
Vivaya.
One must remain current on the latest procedures.
Sure there are. Just a couple hundred years old, though.
Bien, pues hasta aquí lo dejamos. Ya hicimos lo que queríamos hacer. Adiós.